There is today broad consensus that the right way forward is to list the company on the basis that this will offer price discovery, a valuable exit, capital for the banks, and allow the governance of the company to develop into a board-led independent asset manager.
Mr. Puri, interestingly, as you're rightly mentioning, four primarily PSU companies hold 18.5% each: LIC, SBI, BOB and PNB. And of course, we know T. Rowe Price holds the majority in this particular format. What is the indication coming from the current shareholders in terms of preference? As you're rightly saying, OFS would be the ideal way, perhaps when these guys want to exit. One aspect, what are their preferences? What are the indications coming in? And even from T. Rowe Price, what are the discussions, whatever you had? And secondly, sir, the timing, because that is what everyone is anticipating. Would FY17 still be a realistic time frame where you are confident that you could perhaps attempt and we could see the IPO happening?
No, since the views are in the process of being formulated, I wouldn't wish to comment on individual shareholder views at this point, beyond saying that there is broad consensus that some form of a broad-based listing is indeed the right way to go. And that is a view that is shared both by our shareholders, of course, by our board, and supported by the Ministry of Finance. So it may be touch and go in FY17. Calendar year 17, of course, I certainly hope so, very comfortably, but I don't think we are too far away now.
Okay. Mr. Puri, if I could quickly also touch upon, after you took over, clearly there has been a lot of transformation, a lot of changes. We all know how you have been moving up the ladder when it comes to vis-a-vis the competition. In terms of valuation, how do you see UTI AMC with the kind of assets under management that you have and the kind of benchmarks that are there for the industry on an average? How do you see the valuation panning out for you?
Well, again, since this will be a matter for the bankers to determine, I can essentially say that if you look at where we are today, we are fairly close to, as an AMC, we have close to 3 lakh crores at this point. If you take 1.3 lakh of AUM, domestic AUM, we have pension assets, we have offshore assets. So we end up with about 3 lakh crores in total assets. I leave you to sort of determine what that might be worth. We have very healthy reserves. We have reserves of 1,800 crores. We're probably the best capitalized AMC in the industry. I wouldn't like to put a number on it, but let me just, as a very conservative indication, say this would be certainly well north of $1 billion is certainly where this will be.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.